5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Sync. Jeez, finally. Yeah. Let's
Hello,
go.
everybody, and welcome to episode 221 of the TTV podcast. I'm Meso.
I'm Eljay.
I'm John.
I'm Ven.
I'm Fluffy.
I'm Takuma.
And I'm Tenebrae Invictus.
Hello, everybody.
Mardi
So-
Gras!
Everybody.
So, before we go too far, can I just state the obvious?
Nope.
What's up?
This week has been one of the biggest weeks in so many of our lives, and we all have things we could talk about for hours, and we can't say a word about it.
If you're gonna get political,
Hey,
I will kill
listen, after show. Let's
No,
do it.
I want to talk about a Batman trailer that came out.
Yeah, that was
I don't know
just
about you guys. I don't know. That was
We
a
already
huge
talked
news for
about
me.
Wait,
Yes.
came out
Oh,
when?
there's another one, Viper.
When?
Oh, there was another
Another one.
Oh, okay, I didn't see that one.
Another one.
There's
And
another
another
one.
one.
There
I
was
think
there's
the most
another one.
important news facing our nation and also world is the Nexo Knights battle suits. That's what I want to talk about.
those are also there.
So,
The what now?
Yeah. I think there's a parade or something going on outside.
Is it
Mardi
Gras?
It's like
Mardi Gras.
Could be Mardi Gras. Could be a riot. We don't know.
Is that some kind of Mardi Gras?
As soon as I have this noise isn't picked up, but whatever, we gotta
Sober and
Alright.
cut off.
solve it.
Meso, have you done another coverage of Mardi Gras since then?
No, I haven't.
Wow.
He tried one time.
I
He
tried
He
one
really
time.
did.
It was garbage. That thing went downhill real quick.
You need to give
No
it one last
surprise.
hurrah.
Yeah,
Hip
maybe,
hurrah!
maybe before I move. But anyway,
Hip hip paraka.
how's it going, guys? Life.
Did someone just
pretty
say
good.
Paraka?
Maybe.
Shut up.
Yo, yo.
I'm hearing things.
Yes.
So, two things actually did happen this week. The new PlayStation Pro just dropped.
Okay.
Like, what was
That
it,
did
2
happen.
days ago.
You know,
Okay.
I've been interested in switching to PlayStation for a while. I'm thinking about holding out
Are
until
you
PS5.
thinking about getting the Pro, or are you gonna wait till like they make their successor to the PS4?
It's
completely?
PS5. Why would they ruin that now? Everything like 4
I
iterations.
don't know,
of the same
man.
thing.
You never know. They might switch styles and stuff.
Yeah, they may not ever release a full new console. It may just be upgrades, which
Like
is
an
what
upgrade
we've
thing.
been led to
Well,
believe. Yeah.
I do want to get. I want to get the PlayStation because I feel like it has a large library of games I have not played. I've only had Xbox and PC right now, and so.
Right.
There's a huge back catalog of games I haven't played, and they also seem to have way better exclusives. I think this last press conference at E3 by Sony really convinced me that I should switch over to.
Oh yeah,
to Sony
totally,
for
dude.
their-
Like
for
after
exclusives and
those
stuff.
announcements, I was like, yeah, I guess I am keeping my PS4 because
Yeah,
for
really.
like the past year or two that I've had it, I have not been interested in anything that
I'm all
was
up on the
exclusive to
infamous
PS4.
hype train. Infamous.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
yeah,
like,
Infamous came out, but I don't really care about Infamous that much. And
I want to try
I mean,
Uncharted.
I got to play it a little bit, but it, nah.
Well, there's a lot
Uncharted
of
to me
really,
might be
really,
best
going out of my way to
cool
pay like
games,
however
Exclusive.
much for it.
but
And also,
Uncharted seems really cool.
Quantic Dream, is that the name of the
Yeah,
studio?
it's the publisher.
Yeah, the
Student
publisher that
studio.
does. They do a lot of great games I want to play from them. There's Infamous is another great game. God of War I wanted to play. So there's a lot of games on PlayStation I have just not played ever.
Yeah.
Do it.
And I want to get
Yeah,
back to
man.
that. So
yeah,
Also, PS3 has the much bigger exclusive library, but then again, it has a lot more years under its
Isn't-
belt. But with
isn't,
PS4,
go on. Sorry.
with PS4, it feels like they're finally upping the old PlayStation antics, where it's like exclusive. I'm personally not a big fan of exclusives, and you know just that whole concept. But you know, I understand why it's there, and hey, you know, just gives me more reason to use the PS4 rather than just a paperweight.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think
Right now, the
Microsoft-
only two games I have for it are Bloodborne and The Last of Us.
Oh wow.
Which
Yeah.
both are really good
Oh,
games.
Bloodborne!
I
I do
still
want.
need to
I
finish
really do want
Bloodborne.
to play.
Both
Do it,
have
man.
I still
fantastic
need to finish
stories.
both
Timer.
games. I might
was that,
finish The
Meso?
Last of Us. I might finish The Last of Us before the year ends. I might
You're
do
on a
it, like,
timer.
before
You're
my
on a
winter break.
countdown clock. You gotta
That's true.
finish
I got like a month and
Bloodborne.
a half. I better get back to Bloodborne. BRB.
I better get
BBL
back
is
to
gonna play
Dark Souls.
Bloodborne.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm
I think
still,
I'm
I'm
gonna.
still in Sen's Fortress. Sat
I
there.
can't believe you. You had 2 years
I had 2 years
to make some
finish it.
progress, and you did absolutely
What?
nothing.
Come on, Invi.
Hey,
she
I went
obviously
through
completed the
Blighttown.
game.
Okay, you got one part done that I do in like 5 minutes.
And I did it like a boss. Meso was like, whoa.
Yes,
He's ready to dispute
definitely. She got a flawless completion on Kalak. It was great.
Yeah, and then she
all day.
killed me like on the last like smidge of health she had.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
I
had that
know, I
happen
think,
last
And
week.
I
It was
wanted
painful.
to rip her hair out until she was bald. After.
You guys are kind of ridiculous.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh, like
Obviously,
the, like the
clear
an- like the
console
ancient
winner
one?
this year is the Ouya.
Yeah,
No, the clear
yeah.
console winner is the Nintendo Entertainment System Classic Edition.
Which I mean is really cool.
Why?
I'm honestly gonna. That's really cool.
I think it's really
No,
cool.
like
too.
why
it
is it
actually
cool, but,
just
like,
came
why
out
is it a thing?
yesterday.
What do
It's
you mean?
a
Why is it a thing?
Nostalgia pandering.
yeah,
Man.
It's a cool
It's-
nostalgia piece, but how about you just make all those games available on the Switch? If they're not
They have.
already? Like,
I mean, they most likely will be.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
buy a separate peripheral, no matter how cool it looks.
I mean,
Okay,
sure,
sure,
but dude,
okay.
it's a $60 miniature version of the original Nintendo console that a lot of our parents grew up with. You might not be interested, but I can tell you right now, when I was at GameStop the other day, there are a lot of
Oh, people
30
are
to 40-year-olds
I
coming
can
in
imagine.
asking about it.
It is one of the best things about the Nintendo studio, I guess. I don't know
Yeah,
what
that's
to
fair.
call them. And that they have this huge back catalog of very classic games that you can't get anywhere else. And this, the NES Classic Edition, is definitely something that I think is really cool. I'm not getting one simply because I like the Super Nintendo more than the Nintendo system.
Oh, yeah, I
And
do
if
too.
the Super Nintendo Classic Edition was announced, I would buy that in a heartbeat. Because I mean, like, just imagine, it's all the games you can play with it. You can play Mario World, Super Mario World. You can play Link to the Past. You can play the Super Metroid. You can play like all the classic, all like Chrono Trigger, you know, Earthbound, like all the classic games that were on the Super Nintendo, which I feel has the best aesthetic in terms of like pixel art. The NES is a little too simple for my taste, but it's
Right.
like it is natively like up-res. You know, it can plug into HDMI. You
30
take it, you
games
plug it, you
already
play.
built in. You don't
Yeah,
have to
and
pay
they're
for
not
them.
like the thing about this. They're not like the like the package games, like the crappy games. These are 30 of the best games available on that console.
Plus, with it being priced so low, it's essentially like you're just paying for all the games, really.
Basically,
That's it.
yeah. You know,
Because
it's like
it'd be the same thing if you were to like buy off of a virtual console with Wii U or probably the Switch. I would
You get
imagine.
Super Mario Brothers 1, 2, 3. You get the original Legend of Zelda. You get Donkey Kong, Metroid, Final Fantasy, the first Kirby, the original Mario Bros. You get like just a ton of stuff. Zelda 2. Zelda 2 is such a
But here's the
interesting
thing
game.
that sucks though is
Kid
that
Icarus.
you can't like expand it.
Hold on.
I don't think.
Wait, you get Dota 2?
What?
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 Huh?
It sounded
Whoever
like you
said
said Dota 2 was on that list.
That's pretty sure I said Zelda 2.
Zelda.
I was zoning out. I couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
I
heard
think
Dota
LJ's
2.
thinking about something else.
You know, you've been playing too much Dota.
that. He's been thinking
Say
too much
no
about
to
I
it.
think it's time for say Noda to Dota. Hashtag hashtag it.
Say, gosh dang,
Hashtag
say
Dota
yes
to
to
Dota.
Dota. You guys
Say
totally
no-
abandoned Invi. Because he gets back, we get on
You're right
Dota,
about
and you guys
that.
are just gone.
Well, I'm more like Envy abandoned
Look,
us
it's
because
not
we're all
my-
in Overwatch.
Man, it's not my
I
fault
didn't
that
Abandon
Dota's
you because
just
I didn't have it in the
unappealing.
first place.
And
Yeah.
then when we needed him the most, he disappeared.
Oh,
It's like, geez, if only Meso would join us and play Darkseer.
I'm perfectly content to play Roadhog and Overwatch. And
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
like, ever
Of course,
since playing
you're
Overwatch,
perfectly
Dota's
content
been
to play
like,
the most one of the most
Here's the thing.
overpowered characters in that game. So that
Here's
makes
the thing.
sense.
Dota is great fun game, and when you're winning, it's great. When you're losing, it's especially bad, which is true for every game because the games last so long. You have to sit through and just wait for
And
it to be over.
let's also be fair.
If I
We're
play
not like
if they play Overwatch, they're over in like under 10 minutes.
It's in a
That's why I
way-
we're
gravitate
all
towards that.
okay
Then why
right
don't,
now with
why
Dota.
don't
Like
you
we,
play the games you win then? Come on.
In a way, like losing in Dota is like being tied to the ground and watching a steamroller slowly head you know you're gonna die, but it's
Tied to the railroad
watch
tracks
it.
and the trains.
That's kind of like any game with a high skill cap, though.
Yeah, but it's the
Just any
playtime
game
that's
but
killing
highly
for me.
punishing.
It's the
Yeah.
difference between being tortured over an hour or having just a quick death in 10 minutes.
Get good.
That's what I say.
Sure. Someone's a little salty that their game is no longer Game of the Year.
We can come back to this, but
What do you
let me
mean
just
no
quickly
longer
do-
Game of the Year? Since when was
What
it
have we
Game of
got?
the Year?
What have
Let
you
me
got
just
to
do my
talk
plugs.
about?
It makes
Oh.
sense
I
that
got
you
plugs.
wouldn't want to play it. You always sucked at it.
So
Savage. Shade is being
if you-
Is it really is it
Plugs,
really savage,
everyone.
or is it just kind of like
The plugs.
maybe
Stop
the
for
game
the
sucks?
plugs.
So
Oh,
do
that's
this is
wanna
what you
talk
said about Reach.
Oh my gosh, shut up.
Do you want to talk about video games? Do you want to share your favorite video games and talk about Dota and Overwatch? You can do so on the TTV message boards at board.ttvchannel.com.
Can I really?
Conversation for that.
As well as talk about, Bionicle and stuff. Additionally, I feel like we should give an update real quick on our Patreon things. Friday night, we had a large discussion regarding the submissions that you guys so graciously provided to us for what we are to do with our Patreon. Perk rewards, stretch goals, all sorts of stuff people gave us feedback on. We have comprised a list of stuff that we're pretty confident on. I think it's some good stuff. It's not ready for announcement just yet, but as far as
Right.
status updates go, we did do that, and we're prepping our announcement of it.
This was not
With
like a
any
light
luck,
thing
it'll
either.
be
We
up,
literally
we had like a
we
5
literally
hour talk.
sat like a 5-hour discussion about what we're gonna do. We organized everything into tiers. We looked at all these other stuff. It was a lot of research. I went into this taking
I don't
what
know
you
how
guys
you guys
wanted,
are going to feel
taking what
about
other
it
people wanted.
because we're new to this, and this
Right.
whole thing's going to be a learning experience for us, and we may tweak stuff in the future. But
Mm-hmm.
I am pretty content with what we got. Like if I was a fan,
I
I,
am
would probably
pretty
be
content
like
as well.
really interested
Yeah.
in doing some of that stuff.
I think we'll be able to honestly be able to to really offer the fans something they really want. But we will be making a video about it, so don't worry. It won't just be announced in the podcast. There will be a separate video about all the new stuff coming into Patreon.
No
when we're
promises,
able to
but with
launch
any
it.
luck, we'll maybe have it out before next podcast.
I hope
That's when I
so,
would
but
hope to. In the meantime, if you
Sometimes
want to go
things
check
go
it out at
awry.
patreon.com/the TTV channel, there is one perk that's already up currently. Get early access podcast audio for TTV and Brick feeds. So if you're listening to this episode, for instance, you could have listened to it like Saturday night or Sunday midday, depending on whenever it gets put up, if you go subscribe on Patreon. So that's the thing. It gets put up there alongside Brick feed, which goes up Thursday, Friday, depending. So that's pretty much all for the day. Continue with your regularly scheduled
See you later, guys.
bickering.
This is the TTV podcast.
That's all the plugs for today.
Okay, yes. So back to what we were actually talking about. Kahi, you suck at games.
Oh
This
my
is the same
gosh.
excuse you
Oh
use
my
for Reach.
gosh.
Oh yeah.
Eljay.
Look,
Instead-
Reach sucks, you suck,
No,
Oh, no.
you
both
Reach is
suck.
He
fine.
sucks at a
Instead of taking
casual
personal
pastime.
responsibility,
At least he
you
doesn't
just go,
suck
oh,
at
the
having a
game must
decent
be
face.
broken.
You just gotta
the game
reach
can't be broken.
for
I
the
am
Just
sky.
bad
bad.
at the
I am
game.
bad at other games that
bad at
aren't as
every game.
inconsistent.
I've
He's
yet
an
to play
okay
a game
pharaoh,
against you where you
okay?
can beast me.
Justice.
I don't hate Dota. I'm
Well,
not
guys, I'm
smack
excited
talking
to see
I
your
am-
skill levels next week.
Oh
The,
crap.
the thing is, with Halo Reach, the inconsistency ruins the game. The inconsistency with how much the
Grenade
with the grenades and everything. It's
To
just-
be fair, the
idea-
grenades
the-
are
the idea is-
incredibly irritating.
in a good
The
game,
two
in a good game,
inconsistencies
whenever
really
you
break the whole
die,
thing.
whenever you die, it feels like your fault. Like it feels like you're not performing
whenever you
well.
die, it feels like your fault.
Yeah, that's what that's
Not
exactly
no,
what
no,
I
no,
just
no.
said.
Not mine. You.
What?
All right, I don't understand what
listen,
you're getting at.
I
That's-
die in the game and I go, oh.
Scapegoat.
no, I'm saying that like, all right, there are games I'm bad.
If I die
I'm
at
bad
freaking
at
Reach,
Reach.
I go,
I'm also
oh,
bad at
whoops,
Halo
I
5.
screwed up.
Or Halo 4 and Halo 5, I was also bad at, but I enjoyed those games better because
Pretty
every
good at Halo
time.
5.
Well, I mean, basically, whenever I die in those games, it's because I didn't get like the thing. I didn't get the proper headshot. I didn't do anything. With Reach, it's inconsistent. I don't feel like I died because I made a bad move. I died because the game was being unfair.
I think that's a placebo
I think that's likely
effect.
because of the bloom. Because I had a similar
Yeah,
problem
bloom sucks.
with the DSLR
Alright,
or
that's-
whatever it was called.
Yeah, I mean, like, listen, you're right.
The bloom was way too ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, the DSLR,
The
I
bloom
remember
is
that
ridiculous, and that is a design flaw within the game, which is what I'm
Yeah,
talking
so-
about.
No arguments on that aspect. I just don't
But
think
there
that
was
breaks
some
the
really good
entire
stuff
game.
about Reach.
I agree with
Besides for its
Meso.
grenades and DSLR.
Yeah, like, I ain't
I
gonna
mean-
stand here defending bloom and grenades because like they're bad aspects, but like I think
Grenades,
there's more
the
to it.
grenades are ridiculous. You don't even need guns in Reach. You just throw grenades.
It is ridiculous. I mean, so I'm glad that you guys are able to barrel through that, but there are, like, Reach has a lot of major flaws that for me detract the experience that other games don't. It's not just me, it's a very real flaws that you have admitted are present in the game. That's why I don't like Reach.
No, I just think
Eljay, we
that
should
you're
do
not
another
as...
Halo
I
Reach
think that's
game
a
night.
I think
I
that's a
think-
more proper assessment.
I think
than
you're
just
just
saying,
not
like, the
good at
game's-
games, and you're trying to give a excuse as to why.
LJ, let's do another Halo
Alright.
Reach game night.
Well, I think
I'd
you're
love
not
to
good
do
at
another
life.
Halo Reach game night.
That's
Alright.
why you don't have any education.
Maybe he
Alright.
don't need no
Education?
education.
What do you mean? Fight me in any of these games, and I'll make sure you get schooled.
All right, enough fighting, guys. Ha ha! Don't fight. As they say.
Screw you.
Wow. Yeah,
Well,
I didn't find
I'm
it
kinda in
funny.
a bind because this week's podcast, I wanted to talk about Doctor Strange. Those who watched last week's know.
Who's
But-
the scrubs
Dude, I
here
wonder
who haven't
how
seen
Doctor
it?
Two. Here's the problem. I don't know what the deal is with people.
I guess
It's been out
Marvel
for a
just isn't
week.
as hype as
Like,
it
okay,
used to
listen.
be.
I understand last week it's the weekend, Thursday, Friday. You don't have time to see it on Thursday and
I
Friday.
don't even
Cool.
think of ours seeing it either.
But it's been a week, man. What's up with, like, you know?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I want to see it, but
People are
it's
just-
I live so far away from everything.
Yeah, how's it going? Like,
yeah,
welcome
you
back,
moved.
by the way.
Well, welcome back.
I don't
How
like
is-
it. I'm so far away from everything.
I don't want it.
I miss
Girl.
waking up in the morning and being like, I want a chocolate bar, and having to walk 20 steps maximum to grab a chocolate bar. Now I have to go on a journey trek for a chocolate bar, and it's not that worth it.
Journey
Now
trek.
she has to go 21 steps.
Or journey
Journey's
slash trek.
journey to chocolate.
Journey to chocolate.
Journey to chocolate. Chocolate
It is-
trek.
Chocolate Trek.
Well, that sucks. But
Chocolate
Let's keep
Shrek.
let's keep
So-
repeating stuff, guys. I think it gets funnier.
Chocolate
It
Shrek.
kind of if you say it quick
Chocolate
If you say
chocolate.
it quick enough, it sounds like chocolate trek.
I was waiting for it.
21 chocolate Shrek.
Oh boy.
No, we already had a Shrek
No,
title.
Yeah,
in
this is
last
like the
week.
second time
I
in the
feel
last
like
week.
we've maximized on the Shrek references.
But no, I
Let's be minimalistic with it. Let's be
There's-
minimalistic.
Chocolate.
The TTV, the title will be just chocolate.
Chocolate!
Nothing else, just chocolate.
You know, it's weird. I go on the channel to make sure that I was right.
Oh, I go on the channel,
we
too.
We had a Shrek related video in the last week,
Yeah.
but I got my perspective got skewed because we have a lot more videos now every week.
Yeah, but it still has been in the last week.
Yeah, I know. It looks like it's been longer.
How are the recaps doing?
Brilliantly, everything's going
Nice.
great.
Building
Except,
errors
well,
aside.
yeah, except for a couple of building errors. Like, if I could get a hold of 2009 me, I'd kick the ever-loving tar out of him. I'd say,
I mean-
you're gonna build this set correctly, and you're gonna like it.
I thought you were gonna say it. I'll
okay,
make him
well-
pay for it.
So, all right, I understand 2009 LJ, man. Yeah. But what happened to 2016 LJ? Why didn't he double check before he made the reviews?
Because 2016 LJ figures that he did it right in 2009 because he's a purist scum and usually gets
Not
sets
much
built
has
right.
How,
changed.
how
first
old
try.
were you in 2009?
I'm not gonna say because then you can backwards
then you can
engineer
guess.
to figure
Okay,
out how
alright,
old
fair
I am
enough.
now.
2.
But I'm like basically all right. Let's say 7 years ago. Like for me, I'm 21 now. So 7 years ago, I was like 14.
I was
You're
12
not 14
7
now?
years ago.
I was
7 years
20.
You're
ago, I
still
didn't
12,
I
exist.
wouldn't
dude.
trust 12-year-old Meso.
Gosh, I
Yeah,
was
the-
20
the-
when
much
you
has
were
changed.
before you were even a
2009,
teenager.
I don't know, man. I wouldn't trust anything my 14-year-old self did, and count on that as like, oh, this is completely accurate, and I'm going to review it
I'm
now.
going to put it to you
I,
this way. Bionicle released, Generation 1 had about roughly 214 sets. Out of that, I've had technically 4 errors. So I think that's a pretty good ratio. That's like having 200 and some odd kills and then having 4 deaths in a game.
Cape?
Yes, that's why I said technically 4.
Well done.
Oh yeah, are you sure about that?
I don't
Yes.
compute
Applause.
maths, so I wouldn't know.
I have had 4 errors.
Well,
2 of
yeah.
which...
Errors that you know.
No, 3. Yes, that I know
Oh
of.
yeah.
3 of which were they did not affect how the set functioned. Only 1 did. And then I just took the video down and re-uploaded it.
The mighty Tuma.
Yes, Mighty Tuma. Seriously, I thought that set was so much worse than it actually was, but it's such an easy error to make. I wasn't the only one. I checked the comments and a bunch of people and made that same mistake.
Totally.
It's
He
so
still ain't
easy.
that great, but it definitely did make it worse.
Yeah, Tuma still has issues.
Tuma
And
does
I-
have issues, to be fair.
I know us. Lord Tuma, I'm sorry, but Tuma has problems.
Rip Lord
Dare
Tuma.
you, LJ?
Does he have?
Dare!
Does he have
in the back,
Takuma
it's
knee
weeks.
problems?
Yeah, you're done.
Wow.
What were you saying, man?
All right, interesting, insightful.
That was very.
Wait, I don't even know who Meso was talking
Turned my
to.
life around.
He was talking
I
to
heard man talking about doing something, but I guess it wasn't.
you heard
Okay,
Invi.
okay, real quick.
Sorry, yeah.
I know, it's only been a couple, it's been like, what, a month or so since he's been back.
Yeah.
Meso has this habit of calling Invi mange. I don't know, like, I want to clarify that to the audience, because
I've
I
been
don't
trying
know.
to curb it. It's been in the description.
I know,
of
I'm just-
Invi, but I'm
just,
failing
like,
Who
yeah,
reads
just things
the
like everyone
description?
knows him as Invi, everyone calls him Invi, and then, like, some people are like,
He
who's
is
Meso
Invi.
talking
He's
about? So I just want the
Invictus.
audience to know.
Well-
So I don't know if they watch every episode, but, like, once in a
I mean,
while.
at the same time, we have this guy in our cast who goes around saying, "Oh, hey, I'm John," but I mean, it's really just Kahi.
That's not by my fault. That's all you guys not.
Jahi.
All of you are making the
Jahi.
mistakes, not me.
Make your
Johnny with
mistake.
2 N's and an I.
We're just saying your
by
name right.
continuing to call him Kahi, that's the same thing as continuing to call Invi mange.
It's not easy to just switch from one name to the other when you're so used to identifying
Yeah.
them as someone
Yeah, but you've
else.
been Invi for years.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. You've been Invi
Well,
since I've known
and
him.
I was
I've
made
known
years
John
ago.
Benson. Here's the
Way
thing, it all
more
depends
Meso.
on how you are introduced to a person, because Meso met Invi when he was Mangekyo Itachi, and then we met
Yeah.
you, Kahi, when you were Kahi.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I also met you when you were Lewa Johnson. So
I
I'm
also
calling
No,
met
no,
you.
Invi
no,
when
you
he
did
was
not.
Mangekyo Itachi. In
You
fact,
met me when I
believe
was
knew-
LJ.
I believe I knew Invi longer.
No,
and
I
can
think my
still call him
username
Invi.
at that time was NM Killa.
NM Killa.
And
Could I start calling you
Alright.
Killa?
Yeah,
I
man.
remember when
No,
my
it's the
name was
NM
Spartans
NM
versus
Ninja
Elite
Master.
777.
Ninja Master. Good
Also,
grief.
Kahi, you definitely met me when I was LJ. So,
You know, life.
Are you sure about
I
that,
haven't
Lewa
thought.
Johnson?
yes, 100% positive.
Oh yeah. Basically the only reason I still call you Mange is because when I greet you, I can say "Hey Mange" and I can combine it as Hange.
I really doubt that's
I have
why you
never
say that.
heard that.
That's the
just-
wow,
lamest
that is
thing
the
I've
most
ever heard.
baloney excuse.
That is
I can't-
pitiful. That is
can't-
bad,
Never heard
and
you
you
say
should
that.
feel bad.
I've been doing it as of late while you've been.
All
gone.
right.
I have never heard of that.
In that
I
case,
have my own custom greetings for people. Whenever I see Vin, I say
anything-
Haven. Whenever I see LJ, it's Hey Jay. Whenever I see Kahi, it's Kahe.
I don't know, I kind of like
it would
Invi's
make-
version
And whenever it's
for-
me, it's
for
just,
greeting
I'm
me.
not- I'm
oh,
not saying.
hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
All right, in that case, all right. Hey hack, hey knack,
What?
hack.
Hey, hack. I mean,
Yeah,
hack.
It's
say
not
hack.
the 80s. No one should say hack anymore.
No, I say hey so.
Hey,
Hey,
so,
so,
Hey, so
Hey, so
I love it. Too good.
hey, what
Mess
kind
up.
of currency do you
Mess up,
pay
man.
for things with?
I
pesos?
pay with Jesus.
You can't do anything
Queso.
with Envy because it doesn't got flow. Unless you do like high
All I
Envy.
do is win V.
Hein,
all I do is Winby. There we go.
There's the
All I
title.
do is
that.
win.
Heinz beans envy.
We get the reference.
Wow.
Well, yeah. In case anybody
You're
wondered.
stupid and
no
you're
news
dumb,
this week.
and you need to accept it.
Nothing
I had
kills
to-
the
No
conversation
news. No
faster.
news we can talk about.
We are 25 minutes in, and we've been talking about nonsense, and no one.
Used
You've only
the
just
new
said
reality.
I ate a
Yeah.
pizza again.
This is the way it is. This is the
That's
way
a
the world
me
is.
thing,
over.
kind of. thing to do to go 25 minutes into a video like, oh, there's nothing informational about this. Oh, well.
Main, did you watch the last 2 episodes of Journey to 1 and also all the 2015 animations?
What do you think?
Have any impressions?
Well, that's hard. I just wish we had a reaction video or like some commentary track going, because I made way too many jokes while we're watching Journey to 1. I can't even remember
Yeah, it was very.
what I said.
It was pretty easy to make jokes about it. That's what I'm getting at. It's very easy to mock.
I mean, it was okay. My comments like from last time were about the same. Technically, I guess it's not that good, but for who it's geared towards, I don't think it would be. I think a kid would enjoy it, but
It was a lot better for you because you didn't have to be worried about all the dumb plot holes and stuff that were caused by the other media. You just got to watch the show.
I got to see that epic ending where Gali knows how everything's going to turn out, and it turns out like so did Makuta, Ikimu, and all this stuff. Is like, wow, so much for like.
I will never.
Why did anyone bother?
Too predictable.
I'll never get over the thing where they're like, both Makuta knows how he's gonna.
Makuta announces that his plan has been known all this time, so it's like, why are you doing this in the first place? You know you're gonna lose.
Ikimu knew that Makuta was gonna turn evil and did nothing. It's incredible.
Or that Makuta knew that Gali was gonna be crossing over.
Exactly. Like the big thing is that, like, you know, again in the books, Ikimu finds out that, hey, you know, Makuta's gonna be evil. He flies over to stop him. Right. There's no time for him to carve anything, so I don't know where the carvings come.
Yeah,
like,
right.
you know, I don't know who carved that.
The ancient great beings.
The ancient.
Yeah, the ancient ones.
You know, the
Stupid.
people before them, which no one mentioned.
The precursors.
Don't even know.
The
They were
precursors.
just there. Okay, the
The
universe
predecessors.
like started around Akoto. All right.
I mean, yeah.
Started around Koto.
We asked somebody the question way back when, who made Ikimu and Makuta's masks, and they gave some vague, cryptic answer, but it never materialized into anything.
Magic and gold,
So basically, like everything in Bionicle Generation 2.
Pretty much.
and
I was
to
looking at
some
that.
respects,
Wow.
one, but not as bad. If it
I can
was
tell you
like-
where they came from. Lego's butts. Because that's where they pulled out all this other crap.
I wanna, while we're talking about G2 and drop plot points, I do wanna plug something really quickly. It'll take like a minute. It's the, someone has made a model of the upper half of the Mask of Time and put it up on Shapeways. And it's not perfect. It's modified slightly. So if that's not your cup of tea, you probably won't like it. But the thing here that makes it worthwhile is because it's not just the mask, but it actually fits in conjunction with the G1 Vahi. And it can actually combine together and fit flush. You put the top half on a Mata head, and it kind of clicks on, but it's not like firmly. And then you press the Mask of Time over that, the Vahi, and it makes it flush with the head and locks it in place. And you know, it's on a Mata head and not a G2 head, so that kind of sucks. But I don't know. I think I didn't expect to actually see a combination of the masks work that well.
I am a little disappointed too. We have the Mask of Time, and that was supposed to be a huge deal. We'll never know what the deal with that was.
Yeah.
We'll never know.
The Mask of Time was being built up as a very big deal within the new Bionicle canon, G2.
Yep.
And we will never know the importance of that.
We will only have our theories, our crackpot connection theories.
It's like
Crackpot
it's almost
theory.
half a mask, am I
Ikimu.
right? And it will remain that way.
Hashtag Akimu is evil. Crackpot theory.
Kivu is evil. What if everybody's evil?
I'm bitter that VAR never did an analysis on it.
Yeah, what was
Analysis.
that? We like
The VAR random
autopsy.
analysis.
One,
Whoops,
it's an
whoops,
autopsy.
Autopsy.
But
Sorry.
Well, he mentioned that, you know, it's kind of self-explanatory.
well, I mean, like he didn't do.
He's
Yeah,
still working
yeah,
on
I
one.
agree. You know what? No, you're right. The explanation is rather self-explanatory. Akimu's not evil, and people are reading too much into it. You're right.
This is where
I think it's
overthinking
a.
gets
I think it's.
you.
I think it's a decent theory.
Yeah, well, according to a lot of people, you thought that the Vahi making it a G2 G1 connection was a decent theory, but that got shot down. I need some proof.
It
I need
did
some
not get
evidence.
shot down.
Uh,
Never got shot down.
I
Well, I
still
mean,
firmly
the community
believe that
shot
was
it
the
down.
implication. I don't know, anybody could look at that one graphic novel and say that wasn't the implication. Of course,
Very easily.
I don't know how anybody can look at the graphic novel and
Very
say it was
carefully.
worth anything because of contradictory plot holes. So I guess I don't know what to think anymore.
So anyway,
yeah,
G1
okay.
was good.
yeah.
Oh,
This
come
is
on,
very
guys.
true.
It was
There-
alright.
There's at least an ounce of nostalgia right there. Come on.
1 ounce. Only an ounce. No
Only
more,
just
no
an
less.
ounce.
Very exact.
Some nostalgia.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I've
Nostalgia.
I just yesterday I reviewed the stars, and that was a journey.
Journey to
yeah.
done.
The journey to
5 years ago.
Journey to the stars.
Journey to
See,
Dawn, the prequel.
I always at least I appreciated the stars for what they meant, what they represented, but wow, those are not good sets.
I just realized the Stars Wave is actually a Journey to 1. You buy all the sets on the Journey to Gold Tahoe.
That is
That
correct.
actually
Wait,
works.
what was the name of the story that was released with it? Was it?
Journey's
Journey's
End.
Journey's
End.
End?
Oh, okay. I was like,
Yeah.
wait a second. Did they just name it the same thing in between both generations?
No, I still have no clue what Journey to 1
Journey
is
to
supposed
End.
represent.
Cool. I'm
Like-
down with that.
The
I
journey
don't
to one dumb ending. I don't know.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. I'm not even going to bother trying to explain
Okay,
it. It's
here,
I
here's a
don't
question
understand.
for you, because the ending of G2, it sucked. The ending of G1, it sucked. Which one sucked worse? Go.
G2.
G2 easily.
Hands down.
There's no competition because you see, Generation 1, the status quo got changed. There was an active break in what happened. There was a resolution. There was something that actually happened. Their goal was accomplished. The story wrapped up. In Generation 2, the status quo is kept completely,
Well,
entirely.
here's the thing.
There's
The-
no
the
difference from how it started.
G1, the thing of G1's ending is that it's stupid.
The thing with
it's
G1's
stupid.
ending is that it
but-
isn't perfect.
Well, no, it's
But it could
is
be.
a kind of a stupid ending, in the sense that they ignore a lot of very obvious ways to end this, and instead they go with something else. However, the thing about G2's ending is that it is also stupid, but it literally does not make sense. That's the
Yeah,
thing
I
that
think
gets me.
The base
Within the
difference
canon,
between the two,
there's-
G1 is
I don't
contrived.
understand at all how-
G2 is illogical.
Yeah,
That's how the endings work.
I don't understand how, like, the whole prophecy thing at the end, that literally makes no sense the moment you think about it. It's like,
Because
it just
who
came
made
out of
that?
nowhere.
How come they didn't both know that they were going to turn evil if this thing had been written in the Temple of Light for so long? If it wasn't, then when was it made, and who did that, and why did they have to have a separate prophecy of, like all this stuff? How did Ikimu interpret the things of a Mask of Time, but not also know that, oh, wait a second, maybe this is the exact prophecy I've seen in the Temple of Light for the last 8,000 years or whatever.
I-
It just immediately creates so many plot holes and stuff in your mind. I don't know how to reconcile that. Also very written on the last second, as opposed to like
I kind
a
of
lot of
feel.
promise, but
Oh, sorry. I kind of feel like there was a lot more going for G1. Like, it had been going for 10 years at that point, and everybody was excited for this, like, pinnacle moment, and then it ended like that, and everybody's like, what?
Oh, totally.
And
It was
in
very
G2,
deflating.
half the people didn't even know Bionicle had come back, and it only lasted for 2 years. And not to
You're not
say
wrong.
anything, not to say it was, like, absolutely awful, but it wasn't as good as G1, I feel, personally.
It was
Yeah,
terrible.
it's-
G1 had a
Objectively,
lot
that's
of
the case.
problems, but
G1 had a lot of issues, and they were to do with how complicated the story was. And in a way, like, that kind of detracted from the story, but I would prefer that it was too complicated than it being just vague and, like, kind of
Hollow.
wrapped up really
Yeah,
fast.
yeah, exactly.
I'm
That's the
part of
best
it
word
too.
right there.
Because
Hollow.
G2 was really rushed and hollow, like you said. Yeah, like, the ending was, like, so unsatisfying. It was like,
Hollow's
Wait,
a
what?
great word for that, because G2 doesn't have a lot of the same stuff that G1 has in terms of world building, in terms of like all the
I remember
characters and stuff.
I remember the
Like
first.
I literally go on. All right.
I was just gonna say, I remember the first glimmer of hope I saw in G2, where I was like, this is the point where we can start world building and finding out about the universe, and that's in the latest book, which we never finished book club on that, did we?
We did, but we just
We
didn't
did.
release it.
Oh.
Yeah.
TLDL, we liked it.
In other words, it was that point where we found out, oh, there's this whole other tribe from a different place with their own culture.
yeah, which is
Now
where
we're
Coulter
getting
came
somewhere,
from.
and
yeah.
nothing came of that. Nothing.
And then that was the
Yeah,
last book.
And I think
I
that's maybe
literally-
even worse than having never brought them in at all.
Can you think of a certain location that is like super iconic on the island of Okoto? Like, the same way that we
Besides
have
the
Temple
old
Temple of
village.
Time.
The
The
only
old
location that
city.
ever made an impact on me was the giant purple mountain in Journey to One. But that's only from a visual standpoint. I don't
The
know why.
maze, the
I'd
maze is
forgotten
cool,
about
I
it.
guess. The maze was kind of. After
kinda-
that, I can't really think of.
It wasn't for me. It wasn't to do with the place. It was to do with the characters. Like for some reason, I was really interested in Skull Slicer and the Skull villains. You didn't know
It's because
who
he
they
had
were.
like depth. You
It was like,
could've
who
done
are
some
these
depth
people?
with them.
Why are they buried here? And
They're
like,
just
who
skeletons.
are they?
Yeah, I
Sounds
had
morbid.
absolutely no intrigue personally, but
Yeah.
teach their own.
I mean, I was.
I
mean,
cared enough
That's your
about the
opinion?
skull
they're
creatures.
obviously not just other Okotians.
Yeah, they were a whole different race.
Yeah, there was a whole different race of like.
So there had to be
people,
something
but
there.
Of course, we never hear about that.
I mean,
Nope.
a lot of it just ties into the fact that at the end of the day, we even talked a bit before about the marketing, and we're like, how many people did not know that Bionicle was coming back? How many people were not aware of it? We know now completely that there was a huge amount of people that had no idea Bionicle was back.
Yep. half
Thanks
my
to the
friends
Bionicle
had
memes.
no
Yeah,
idea.
really.
There are a ton of people, and that should not be like, people should know that your thing's coming back, even if it's bad. Even if Transformers movie is bad, guess what? Everyone knows they made a Transformers movie. You know? Like,
Exactly.
that should have been a thing that like they should have capitalized on. And granted, I don't necessarily have a solution as to like you should have done exactly this and this would have got you this results. The fact of the matter is, a lot of people interested in Bionicle didn't know it was back.
Yep.
I mean, just playing
when-
Overwatch, you get people like, Takuma Nuva, is that a Bionicle thing? I was like, yeah. And they're like, oh man, I like those. It's like, it came back, right? What?
No.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like, you get these people who are like, oh yeah, man, that was so great back in the day. It was amazing. But they never knew about it coming back. They never
It's
knew about
back,
you too.
bro. Oh, really?
Well, not anymore.
Okay. Yeah, rip.
Yeah, I remember having a discussion with someone and being like, yeah, it came back, but then it died. And they were like, oh wow, I didn't know that. I was just like, not many people did.
Yeah. I had
That
I
was-
was thinking the other day.
It's a sad story.
Ah, that's a
I
good
was
job,
thinking the
Meso.
other day when
That sums up
Mange and I
Bionicle G2.
when Invi and I
Sad
were
story.
watching- Yeah, when Invi and I were watching Journey to One, I was thinking of ways to tweak the ending to fix it because I think the concept, the
Step
baseline
one, grab
is solid.
scissors.
The Toas sacrificing themselves to lock Makuta back up or kill him. It's kind of like G1, but it has that like sacrificial note to it that I would have been okay with that ending if they hadn't done the Temple of Light and the stupid prophecy thing. And I was trying to think if there was a way to just like easily loud car horn. Shut up.
Mardi
Gras.
I
A
didn't
way
say
to tweak that
anything.
ending while incorporating the Mask of Time into the ending. And I don't really know if such a way exists. Like,
I
Alright. I
guess
was
they
thinking
could have
some-
done a Terminator and gone back in time and stopped Makuta from doing what he did.
Oh,
but that would just
no.
make things way more
That would
Just
Amazing.
confusing.
undo
No.
everyone. Then
Can
there-
we
there's
just
no point
all
of them coming
agree
down.
that no matter what we do in life, that is, if it has any sort of a creative story element to it, we will not use time travel?
Time
never
travel
works.
is so difficult. Even in Terminator movies, I'm like, but it's going to happen anyway because that's the future.
Right. The thing of time travel is that you do have to really like invest a ton of time into making sure the rules for time travel are consistent, and you got to stick to them.
Yeah.
That's a yeah. No, not
You
like
get it
Ninjago
good,
at all.
Still wind up with paradoxes.
Good,
though.
good time travel movies have rules, and then they stick to those rules no matter what. They don't break them just because the power of will. 'cause
Hot
you
tub
really-
time machine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah!
Sure. I actually never saw that movie, so I don't know if you're like.
Dude, that movie's
Hashtag
hilarious.
What?
loophole.
Okay.
Thanks for
Hashtag
that.
you guys-
awkward.
It was a
Wow.
reference to the
Nice.
movie. That
It
you
was a
guys would
reference
never-
from the movie. You guys
Anyway.
will
It
get
sounded
it.
funny.
Was it a reference from the movie?
It
Was
was
a reference to the movie.
Really?
Anyway,
Was?
you
Yes.
can't time travel with the Mask of Time on G2 anyway. You can only like see the future. I was thinking something along the lines of like maybe a Gil brings the Toa and Akimu the Mask of Time while they're like fighting Makuta, and one of them puts it on and sees a vision of the future where the Toa aren't around
the
anymore,
future.
and they're like, "Oh, I guess that's what we need to do. I guess we just need to sacrifice ourselves to save the day. None of this whole the elemental power was inside of me all along." Kind of nonsense.
It's inside all of
Like,
us.
oh.
See, okay,
We just gotta believe.
that thing is so stupid, primarily for two reasons. First of all, because they were so vague with what the masks did in the first year. Nobody ever knew what they did. It's like, okay, so do you naturally control elemental powers, or is it the mask that does it? And what do the golden masks do? Do they just amplify it? Are they special in some way other than looking shiny?
The masks were completely superfluous. There's there's no reason.
There's absolutely zero reason. And there was a really great Tumblr article. I can't believe those words came out of my mouth. There was a really great Tumblr post someone made talking about how Akimu was just such a bad mask maker compared to Vakama.
He's bad.
In every
He's
way.
real bad.
Well, hold on. I just want to like point something out. Like, you're like, I can't believe I said that there's such thing as a good Tumblr article. You do realize our website's on Tumblr, right? Just so we're able
great
to
articles on our website.
Yeah, so first of all, yes, I realize. Second of all,
I'm just saying that you're like a
we pump
downfall.
out a ton of great articles all the time that circulate the net so quickly.
Actually, some people have been reblogging old. Like, I saw someone reblogging our Bionicle 2015 announcement entry.
Wow.
A couple people did that like a couple days ago, and I was like, "What? Why are you? It's over, guys. It's done."
It's all over.
Great articles.
Yeah.
But
Peace.
But yeah, so the masks were stupid. And then second, why would you even bother? Why can't they just figure this out prior to this confrontation? Did they never just accidentally have their mask off and then go, man, I could use a drink of water? And then Gally goes, don't worry, my mask may not be on, but look, I can make it rain.
It was a true potential scenario. It was just poorly conveyed. It was meant to be like, oh, we've unlocked the buried power beneath us, or whatever, and now we can do all these extraordinary things.
Or whatever.
That's so
There was
stupid.
like not even a point in having them go and find the masks because it was such a big hook.
That's my biggest
For
problem.
G1, it was such a big hook because each mask had different power, and they needed to have that in order to defeat the Makuta. It was just
was what I
some
realized the
vague
other day
mask that
when,
was a different color that they had to go find. They found like within the first. There was no story behind them finding it. It's like you must find the mask, and it's like Tahu just holds up his hand. It's like, oh, I already did.
When
Yeah.
Envy and I were rewatching it the other day, like I'd known the masks were stupid prior. We said as much, and I think there's people singing outside. What is going on?
Mardi Gras.
Oh.
Grotty
I was
Mar.
going to say,
Investigate.
if it's from your end, I have no idea who it is because it's people downstairs shouting in my side.
Yeah.
Are they arguing about the
Apologies if my
location
audio.
of Lua?
Apologies
Yeah,
if my audio gets
I
bad
can
in
hear
this
them
part. I'm gonna have to.
screaming.
Oh, hold on. No, shut up. I'm gonna have to edit this out. So, audience, sorry if my audio gets low quality on this part. I gotta do noise.
I can hear their voices screaming in my
What they
head.
sound like? Maybe
Nah.
Also,
So
you
anyway,
don't
I knew the
hear-
masks were dumb.
Oh
But
my
the
God.
thing that
What are you
makes the masks
Why
the
are you
most
yelling?
dumb.
Are they saying, "Help me, save me from this cellar"? This crazy white boy has locked us down here for ages. I think it's what I heard, guys. I don't know.
You
This
can't
crazy
have literally
12-year-old
half of
kid.
your. Shut up! You can't literally have half of your theme be focused
That's
around
exactly
finding
what a
masks.
murderer would say.
Okay,
No,
I'm done.
I agree with
give
him. Shut up.
up. I give up. I'm done. Carry on.
No, do that again.
Look, Meso, it'd be fine if you weren't so ferocious today.
Well, I've been trying to say this for like 30 minutes.
He's morocious.
So on edge.
Yeah,
Now
welcome
you know
to
how
TTV.
it's like, huh?
It's like we don't call attention to the background noise. We edit it out in post. It's like, come on.
Yeah, but you called attention to it.
Disclaimer that I have to edit it out.
Not until afterwards, and then we're talking about it.
Yeah. All I was saying was you can't have half your story be focused around finding masks and then make them irrelevant at the end. That's not how that works.
I'm scared right now.
You should be.
Kind of
Well,
like
I mean,
that.
like,
But I'm
that's
getting
kinda-
triggered by
to be
Jichu's
fair-
ending. Talking
to
about
be
it again
fair,
has
though,
like made me on it.
Isn't that kind of what G1 kind of did? Like, all of the Suvas and everything, they're not really relevant after, like, 2003. You know?
No,
Once they,
that's...
or
that-
when
no,
they get,
no,
whenever they get
actually,
the
no,
adaptive
that's-
armor.
Well, here's
No,
the thing with
that's
the adaptive armor. They
2008.
couldn't access the Suvas, but because they're Toanuva, they can share the mass powers with each other. So they're still very relevant. I can name several instances where they were used.
I mean, no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that they didn't need to find all those masks in order to have the shared the shared mask powers. Like, they did the thing where they found all the original masks in 2001. They did it again in 2003. You don't even need to do that because they share mask powers. And then if you go beyond 2003,
although, to be
because
fair,
they can share them, you don't need to find all those masks.
To be fair, though, when they got the Nuva masks and, hey, you can share them, I don't know either why they said, oh, you need to find the new Nuva masks. To be fair, they never made that really a point in the story. Like, ever.
Yeah, it wasn't really a focus. It was...
So, they should have just not had the idea there's another set of masks they need to find. Where did those come from again? Was it Artaka?
Artaka.
Teleported them on the island?
Yeah, it was
just an
Artaka.
excuse to have
really
this.
It was just
stuff
like
be put
it was
into
just like
the
it was just like a one-off comment that they could throw in there as a way to justify having another set of collectibles.
Yeah,
Right.
That's
But,
totally.
I mean,
true.
really,
But
I'm not complaining.
The sad part is, as contrived as that was, it makes more sense than in G2, or at least those masks showed up in story, where G2 just had.
That is
random
true.
masks
Well,
that
it's
never even
because
appeared.
the masks do give them an additional power aside from the elemental power. So you are right in that. I feel like, but I do feel like we can't take away from the fact that G1 had this whole thing. You find the mask, and then it was kind of irrelevant from then on because they were able to share mask powers with each other.
Totally.
And the
That's
moment the
very
Toa Nuva come out, they don't need to do that.
I guess,
at
but
least-
at the same time, collectibles are still prevalent. And
At least they appeared in the story. Rip Golden Mask, the Skull Spiders, and Gunmetal Umbrak Mask, 2015 to 2016.
they were still used. We still knew that they were, they had powers that were interesting and they were helpful and useful. Literally, they are useless at the end of G1. Or G2. Fudge.
Yeah, G2 made it all irrelevant.
Don't laugh
And
at
it wouldn't
me.
bother me so much if, that wasn't their story. There was nothing else. They found the masks. They stopped Kulta. They found more masks. They stopped Makuta. It's half the stuff.
I honestly can't remember half the things that they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, Meso.
Oh, the fire engine's coming because Meso is on fire!
Yeah.
Not
Kids
again.
are I had accepted it. I'd forgotten about Bionicle's ending. I had made peace, and then I watched Journey to One, and I went back and listened to our podcast, and it's bad, dude.
I think you just have anger
bad.
management issues,
Wait,
man.
G2
Maybe.
or the podcast, or both?
G2.
Oh,
Hey, the podcast just enlightened it. Journey to Done.
There's nothing
great
wrong with
podcast.
us.
I wish I
Great.
We'll have a great
podcast.
ending.
No, you were not.
Rip.
You missed my epic speech.
Yep, I had
Oh,
to
your
see it
stupid
in
speech.
like a highlight type thing.
Yeah.
Eljay, maybe you just
A
suck at
message
speech.
to the fans.
No,
Damn.
I'm
That's why none of yours
fantastic.
go viral.
I'm
There's a lot of
fantastic
salts
at
all of a
speeches.
sudden. What's going
You
on
try
here?
giving an inspirational speech, Eljay. I'm curious.
Okay, I will. When you suck at a game, here's what you need
Oh
to do.
my
You need to look in a
gosh.
mirror. You need to go, I am that character. I can be that. I can do all those feats that they tell me I can do. I can
bored
jump
already.
tall
Sorry, but
mountains.
Key
I can...
and Peely have already done this skit, LJ, and it caused
What?
lots of chaos and.
So first of all, Meso, did people talk during your speech? And second of all, did you just say Key and Peely?
Wherever they call, I don't
I think-
know their name. The two Kenyan dudes who did Keanu.
She knows their story, not their name.
Apparently.
Just like Bionicle G2.
Aww.
Actually,
Don't
Bionicle
remember any
G.
of those
No,
names.
no,
Like,
no,
it's funny.
no.
It's funny how
Bionicle
quickly
G2 was
I
nothing
scraped
but
those
names.
names.
There was no story.
Well, I scraped those names from my memory. I don't remember almost any of those
I
names.
remember being Zach, the small little child.
Yeah, well, everyone
remember.
remembers Bing Zach.
Did not remember being Dak until you just mentioned
okay.
him.
I remember all
Zach.
these names.
Big Zach was.
I don't
Oh, really?
even
Who were
remember
the
Kahi, apart from G.
who were the villagers in book 3?
Unimportant.
Which was the one that got lost under the city of the mask makers or whatever? What was that person's name?
Harvali, the archaeologist.
Oh, you actually remember it?
Harambe?
Wow.
Boy.
Masks out for Harambe. No, just kidding.
Harambe
Okay.
does kind of sound like a Bionicle
I guess
name.
he
So-
ended up in
that's
the
the TTV
underworld after
title.
he died.
I gotta
That's the
say, it only just recently, like within the last month or two, clicked with me what had happened at Brick Fair. Because at Brick Fair, some of the BZ Power staff, they went around to everyone and said, all right, bricks out for Bionicle, bricks
Are
out.
you
and they handed
serious?
some-
Did
yeah.
you not get that?
I didn't understand. I honestly thought, oh, okay, this is kind of interesting. Just put it on my badge and didn't think much of it.
Oh wow! I only just
disgust
caught on to
me.
what you were talking about.
See?
on.
Okay, no, you're not gonna get on my case if Ven over here only just
Yeah,
realized
I
it
am
too.
gonna get on your case because
This
you're
guy
both
needs
for
to go in a
idiots.
No.
cage.
Stop
It's a
it.
stupid, easy
Cage.
reference.
You want to talk about
I
being
mean, I
idiots? Sounds
remember-
about sucking
freaking-
at a game and then blaming the game.
I made.
You're an
I
idiot.
literally.
Whoa!
Everyone is
listen,
so on edge. You'd think that something went down
You're an
this
idiot,
week.
you useless.
Everybody, calm
Same crap.
down.
I literally put out.
A beanbag.
The
A
same,
beanbag is more
like-
productive than you are.
That's it, guys. If you
I-
don't stop right now, I'm gonna delete my recording right now.
Blasphemy.
All
I
right.
put the same
Thanks.
joke on my Twitter like 2 months ago. How do you guys not get
Because
that?
nobody
be
cares
fair.
about your
No, I
stupid
mean,
I'm not
Twitter.
saying that.
Here's
I'm
my-
saying that like
You're
not
not
only that I
funny.
recognize
You're
it.
not entertaining. Your Twitter
So
sucks.
apparently there is a Rakshi of anger in the area.
Oh,
I cannot remember what it's called. Is it Kura?
here's what I was gonna say. All right, I understood the bricks out for Bionicle thing. I did not know what exactly Eljay was referring to when he said that they were giving us the little bricks. It only just clicked with me that he was talking about the little orange ones that they're
Clicked.
handing out all over the place.
Oh, okay.
Did you not put that on your badge?
I did. I just don't. I didn't remember that.
No, they handed him a brick. They didn't say bricks out for Bionicle.
Yes, they did.
I
No,
think that
no,
to Ben, I
I'm
don't think.
sure they did.
They
It-
told that
remember
to
they did.
everyone they went up to.
They told it to me. I think like because
They
me.
told it to you. They told it to me. They
I
told
think-
that to
wait.
anyone that they went
I
up
think
to.
here's the thing. I think if I remember correctly, we were in a group and they handed us the things and they said bricks out for Bionicle, and Ben was distracted at the time, or just he wasn't in the vicinity. So he still got the brick and still put it on his thing. But like I don't think he made the connection that this was supposed to be.
I don't
the bricks
think
out
that's
for
the case
Bionicle.
at all. That is a completely.
I think I just
unless you can-
forgot.
Yeah, I think unless you can prove that, that's complete fabrication.
Okay.
Whoa! All right,
Sure,
man.
guys,
all
I want to leave now.
Jeez,
So
I
in
don't
other
like
news,
this episode
it's
anymore.
National Pizza
Damn.
Day.
No, come on.
Yeah, I had pizza
National
last
Pizza
night,
Day.
but I
What's
still
the
got
catch?
some left over for today.
Thanks.
I really missed that New
Ooh,
York style
and-
pizza
No, no,
we
no,
had
no.
at Brick Fair.
Speaking
Correction.
of pizza,
It's not. It's not National Pizza Day. It's National Pizza with the Works Except Anchovies Day.
Interesting.
It's
Too long.
National
I mean-
Bricks Out for
Pizza Day.
Bionicle Day.
Nice.
I mean, I'm not.
Wow.
Yeah, I like pizza.
now I want
I like
pizza now.
I like pizza so much that I recorded another video of me eating it, and people are still watching this trash. I would actually like to do like a cooking show, and make it a vessel
would watch-
exclusive. Oh, wait a minute.
Food out for Takuma.
I'd watch Takuma's food reviews. I don't know about the Takuma cooking show, but fast food reviews, that'd be funny.
And like eat it really disgusting. Like have your mouth open like. Because apparently people enjoy watching things like
Yeah.
that.
I'm gonna take
chewing
Wolfion's
noises.
suggestion and do a pizza ASMR.
No, just people eating food disgustingly.
I mean, that's pretty much my video in a nutshell. I talk with my mouth full of food.
Oh,
Ralph
gosh,
into the
why do people
microphone.
watch that?
I don't know.
People,
It
why do you
triggers
watch
their
that?
ASMR.
No boy.
It's
Guys,
been a
no
little more
ASMR.
than 12 hours, and it's got 57
Actually,
views and 13
that's-
thumbs up already.
To be fair, I'm not one to say people eat disgusting. I eat pretty disgusting too when no one's watching, or if it's 4
You
a.m.
eat
in the morning.
disgusting? I eat disgusting.
Yeah, I go down to
Every time I watch the brick feed video, I get embarrassed. At
you
how
know
much I'm
whenever I
ripping
don't
out
have
my
time to
pizza.
make a disgusting, I go down to McDonald's and get a McDisgusting.
Yeah, dude, I love the
McDisgusting.
disgusting.
Did you hear
wow.
about the Nutella
McDisgusting?
burgers?
No,
wow.
what? Go
There's
The
like
one on the
Nutella
roll?
burgers.
go on.
There's
Nutella burger.
Nutella
I'm
burgers.
intrigued.
Nutella burgers? Yeah, that
Can I
don't
get
sound-
a
Oh,
picture
it-
of it? I'm gonna try
It's like from McDonald's, but I don't know where it's gone. It's like a McDonald's Nutella.
Oh no, I see it. Oh no, who I post a picture?
I wanna
Oh,
see.
No. What is this? Alright, let me
I don't even like Nutella. Everybody's
What?
like,
Okay.
Nutella's amazing. I'm like,
I'm-
Nutella's crap. It's got
Are,
Dude,
what?
I like
How-
Nutella. Nutella's
how-
really good.
It's got
You know, I don't
hazelnut in
know.
it. It's disgusting.
So what?
I hate hazelnut.
What is that?
I hate you!
Hazelnuts are very hit and miss with me.
It's literally. Who would eat this? It's literally just a burger patty with Nutella.
That's gross.
Wait, is it actually a burger patty or is it just a chunk of Nutella?
It's
Oh,
literally.
burger patty,
not a
too.
burger patty. It's
Oh.
just the burger bread.
Wait.
Dude, when you
No,
go
it's
It-
not
okay,
burger bread.
it looks
No,
like-
this is-
Buns, the
it's
buns,
different.
that's what
no,
they're
it
called.
looks different than normal
Oh yeah.
hamburger
I guess
bun
you're
bread.
right.
I
It
don't
looks like
understand.
a, almost like
I don't know.
a. Okay, it looks like it's a raised donut maybe for the bun.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
It
guessing
looks
the
like a
cheese
pastry.
is like thinly sliced pineapple, then the Nutella whatever instead of tomato strawberries, and then
Okay.
kiwi instead of the lettuce.
Yeah,
So it's
it
like-
is-
so it's like a-
It's
Okay,
more like a
that sounds
Twinkie
pretty
than
good.
a burger if
It's a
it's a
fruit
soft
dessert
sweet
thing.
roll with a glob of
Okay.
Nutella inside.
Oh wait, those aren't pineapple. Are
Someone
those peaches?
stole your sweet roll.
So,
It's
I've
not
got a
like
question.
yeah, it's
I
not
had a
different.
mod for Skyrim where every time someone said that, they burst into like demonic smoke or whatever and turned into a sweet roll.
What's your question?
So, what exactly is Nutella?
It's hazel. It's like peanut butter except hazelnuts
It's
and chocolate.
hazelnut, chocolate.
It's chocolate
spread.
peanut butter.
Chocolate
It's-
and
Yeah,
hazelnut butter.
basically,
Yeah,
that's the best way to
it's
describe it. Chocolate peanut
disgusting.
butter.
It's not.
It's
peanuts,
amazing.
though.
It's good. It's
you
really
are
good.
disgusting.
No,
Yeah.
I just don't
And
like
apparently-
eating hazelnut.
apparently,
And
you
Yeah,
eat
you
disgusting.
don't like it. That don't mean it's disgusting.
Apparently you
It's
eat
not the
disgusting,
hazelnut,
so
which is
I don't know where you're getting
Look,
at.
I don't like you, but shoot, I gotta deal with you all the time, and you don't hear me calling you disgusting.
Animosity this
deal with
week
me
is
all the time. It's gone from
Yes,
us.
I do every weekend, and I hate it. No, I'm just kidding. No, I like you. You're
I
fine.
work and I slave. What thanks do I get?
It's not like whenever someone like says, "Oh, I really like that peanut butter," I'm not like, "You're a subhuman. You deserve to die." Like, no,
You're
but
disgusting.
apparently when I don't like Nutella, everybody's like, "Oh, it's time. Bye, quick. You gotta get out of here. Fired. Get out."
Don't worry.
I don't know.
No,
Fleff.
you're fired.
Nutella's-
You're dead. Demons
Nutella's
get
kind
her.
of a-
Don't worry,
yeah.
Viper.
Bricks out
I'm
for
not
Viper.
saying that. I haven't even had Nutella.
I mean, you
Probably,
haven't had a
like,
lot of things.
Die because it's got all sorts of sugar in it and stuff.
What? What do you think I am?
Oh, a really sick
I
human
don't
person.
know. Someone
A person
Do you
with
think-
a lot of
Do
food
you think I'm gonna?
allergies.
Do you think I'm gonna touch a sugar molecule and burst into flames?
Well,
Yes.
I mean, what if sugar molecules get off radiation, huh?
If you
You're kinda
do
sensitive
vlog
to
it.
that,
They
so.
could do some scanners or some Wi-Fi or something.
What are you saying? How does this have
Basically,
anything to do with
You're,
sugar?
I mean, you asked a question. She thinks you're a weak person who gets like.
Yeah, it's like, how weak
afflicted
do you
by a
think
lot
I
of
am?
things.
Pretty weak.
If it's from
I'm pretty
McDonald's,
sure
the
the
bun
has
would
some
contain
in it.
gluten.
Yeah.
Yes.
Listen,
So-
I've got two major weaknesses. It's gluten and
Radiation.
lactose.
And radiation.
So here's what I'm getting. Maybe the chocolate has milk in it. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe the bun doesn't have gluten in it. Maybe it does.
The Nutella's fine.
From what I'm getting is that like you probably are not able to eat a Nutella burger. Like after all of that, there's a very high chance that something might happen to you.
Here's how LJ could get the Nutella burger. If he goes, "Hi, I'd like the Nutella burger, but hold the bun."
I don't know anyone that just hands you the food, and I worked in one of those places for almost 10 years.
Yeah.
If I just fill up a bowl and give you a spoon.
And you're probably
There you
gonna
go.
stay there for another 10 years. Oh, I'm
Can
sorry,
I get a
the
cup of
animosity's
chili,
not
no
done.
bowl?
That's chili no bowl.
Put it in
Okay,
like
no,
a glass. Give me a
I want a milk
straw.
That
fat latte,
reminds
double
me.
sleeve, no cup.
Envy, when Var and I were hanging out with Envy, in an In-N-Out Burger. See, I don't live in a place where In-N-Out Burger is, and it bothers me because I used to live in California, and that's the only fast food restaurant I'd ever go to. And so then I moved, and no more In-N-Out Burger. So we visit Envy, and we're hanging out. Var and I were at an In-N-Out. We're eating our usual stuff, and in Envy, he walks over with something I've never seen before. This is just an alien contraption that I've never seen this food served at an In-N-Out. And that's the day I learned of the secret menu.
What?
Yeah,
The secret menu?
Because they bought standard fries, a regular 2x2 burger, and I came in with
Wait,
a
wait,
3x3
wait, wait.
burger, and not standard fries, but with a slice of cheese on it, with also their In-N-Out spread. And they were
Yeah,
like,
I'm seeing
"What?"
this right now. There's the In-N-Out Burger secret menu with, I see what you mean. All the different kind of burgers you can get, as well as custom fries with toppings, animal style.
Yeah,
there's the
animal
What
style.
I mean-
the heck?
I can understand that because I worked at Culver's for many years, and it's not like there was secret items, but you had this problem where people would get menu freeze. If there's too much stuff, it's just like information overload, so they have trouble deciding what they want. It takes them forever. So we have a great number of items that we could give you, but we didn't have them on the menu because they weren't selling. They didn't sell as much, and we had to, have fewer items up there so that people didn't get overloaded. So, and then just because of the way that Culver's operates, you could just pretty much make up stuff you wanted them to make. If we had the ingredients, we could probably put it together for you.
I want a mangosteen.
That's true of most restaurants, but especially with the secret menu for In-N-Out is like an infamous deal. I don't think I've eaten at an In-N-Out. I know I've done Five
I don't know
Guys.
how you can say that because you've never lived in a state that has one.
Yeah, but I mean I know about the secret menu at In-N-Out.
Guys,
though. I've heard about it.
What, Viper?
So.
I went to Taco Bell.
No.
And you survived?
Yes.
Impressive. All right.
I was filled with sour ranch, and it made me so sick. Ugh.
Taco Bell
You
is
were filled with sour raunch. That sounds
I don't know
raunchy.
what it's called. Someone said it was sour cream. Someone else said it was ranch, so I just mixed it together. Sour ranch.
Maybe it was.
And I bit into it, and it just it glooped out the other side of the taco.
Sounds about right.
I was like, what is this?
TTV 221 Gloopy Raw.
Glooped out the other
Gloopy
side.
chocolate raunch.
Nutella
And then,
roll.
and then I went to a Mexican restaurant called Chewy's, which was
Wait, Chewy? You mean Chili's?
Chewy's.
I don't know about one called Chewy's.
Chewy's.
There is a real restaurant at Chewy's. I'm not crazy.
I gotta look this up. I have to look this up.
And
Is it
there was
spelled
this-
with a Y or is it I-E?
It's CHUYS. Chewy's.
Did you just say H?
I don't care.
She
No.
has a right to it.
She
Kahi doesn't.
gets. She's
I have
allowed
a
to get
right
away
to
with it. Kahi's not.
Okay,
So, I
Chewy's
went-
You mean
Tex-Mex.
John?
Okay, no. We don't have time for this.
Chewy's is a
doesn't
Tex-Mex chain
matter.
restaurant headquartered in Austin, Texas.
All right, guys,
Road
that's
trip.
enough.
Yeah,
We-
as
we-
much as I'd love to continue this food discussion, I think it's time for us to wrap this show up.
Oh, you're gonna miss my
Yep.
story about the ghost pepper salsa, Meso.
Okay.
Well, thank you guys very much for listening to TTV 221. Probably gonna have to, not probably, we are gonna have to cut this short, but I think it's been a fun show. So we will see you all next week for more exciting discussion. Consider pledging to our Patreon at patreon.com/the TTV channel, and stay tuned for our full announcement of the perks, as well as, consider going to the TTV message boards at board.tvchannel.com for all the great discussion we have over there. Until then, see you next time. I'm Meso.
I'm LJ.
I'm John.
I'm Ven.
I'm Fweffy.
I'm Takuma.
And I'm Tenebrae Invictus.
And farewell, everybody!
Bye.